everyone, and thank you so much for tuning in to ChasingCinema.com's official YouTube channel. I'm your host, Jacob Tiranno, and today I'm going to be talking about Universal Pictures' presentation at CinemaCon. If you haven't seen my recap of the Paramount or Disney presentation, make sure to click the white eye above me. A bunch of links will drop down. You'll be able to see my recaps for all of the presentations. And of course, right here, at Jacob Tiranno, follow me on Instagram and Twitter, because, for instance, like Universal, I live tweeted the presentation, and if you want to follow along with stuff like that, you got to be following me on Twitter and Instagram. So let's hop right into it. Universal's presentation, with their huge success last year with Fast and Furious 7, 50 Shades of Grey, Jurassic World. I mean, they really came out of the gun and just took out, every other movie. They dominated last year. So I quickly want to hop right into this presentation. Again, I live tweeted it. You could see my live tweets and a few interactions with people at Jacob Tiranno right here. So to open up the Universal presentation, the president of domestic distribution, Nick Carpo, opens up the presentation and spoke about the success, obviously, of last year and introduced Donna Langley. And she's the amazing chairman of Universal Pictures. And she's going to be hosting the presentation. And she was amazing last year, so when I knew she was doing it again, I knew she was going to be great. And in this, she decided that, she goes, we're not going to just show you trailer after trailer. She goes, we want to really show you what's going to highlight what we have, like really, truly show you what we're bringing to your theaters without showing you a bunch of stuff. So, in other words, quality over quantity. And the first person they brought out was Mr. Duncan Jones, the director of the upcoming video game film Warcraft. And he, of course, again, CinemaCon is a convention for movie theater owners. It's produced by NATO, National Association of Theater Owners, and of course, Duncan Jones was talking about how Warcraft needed to be seen on the big screen. He even said, quote unquote, a film like this can only come in one size, very big. And as he introduced a clip of Warcraft, and let me tell you, seeing the trailers and seeing images of Warcraft, I'm not a Warcraft player, I don't play the game, so I wasn't too crazy about it. But I thought it looked visually interesting. But I don't know if they changed things or they made it more advanced or showed us a little bit more advanced. Because I know they released the trailer already, but there was something about it this time that just made it look so much more crystal clear and beautiful. Obviously, it could have been the projection and the sound and everything being in the Coliseum, which is where they do these presentations. And yes, it's where Elton John and Celine Dion and all these people perform. But when CinemaCon comes, they have all of the top people in the industry, and they make it a state-of-the-art movie theater. And just seeing it was just so beautiful. And this action-filled clip got a huge reaction from the audience at the Universal Pictures. Excuse me. And then Tate Taylor arrived to talk about the upcoming film, The Girl on the Train, starring Emily Blunt. And The Girl on the Train is a novel that he just saw so many people reading. He picked it up, fell in love with it, and wanted to make it. I don't know much about it, and a lot of people tweeted me about this. Will the fandom love it? How is everyone looking? And they showed the trailer for the first time in the world. They debuted the trailer, Girl on the Train, and it looks like an amazing thriller. I was talking to a huge fan on Twitter, what it seemed like. They were asking me a bunch of questions about this, and I just said, it looks like a sexy, intense thriller. It really reminded me of Gone Girl, like that kind of tone where there's, it's love, it's passion, it's betrayal, it's death, and all of it mixed in. Like, to me, it really got me excited. That is easily one of the movies I'm going to be most looking forward to from their slate. I'm sorry, I know allergies are bad right now. Excuse me. Then we had Frank Marshall, who if you watch my video of the Paramount presentation, talked about meeting him, which was an absolute pleasure. One of the most legendary filmmakers of all time, the producer of Indiana Jones, Back to the Future, The Goonies, so many more. He came out to talk about Jason Bourne, the upcoming installment in the Jason Bourne franchise, and talked about what it was like to shut down the Las Vegas Strip for these car chase scenes and these action sequences, and actually called it the biggest action sequence in a Bourne movie. And then he debuted the Jason Bourne trailer. And for those of you that know me, I'm not the biggest fan of Jason Bourne. But think I'm going to be a big fan of this movie because this movie looks absolutely phenomenal. It looks so awesome. And just kind of hearing the crowd pops so big for this movie. And as I tweeted, Bourne fans better be pumped for the upcoming Bourne trailer because this trailer looks spectacular, especially the strip sequence. Then all of a sudden a microphone fell from the rafters. And we were like, what is this? And Michael Buffer himself, let's get ready to rumble, introduced comedian Kevin Hart, who came out with Showgirls and was meeting everybody and just, making a big fuss. And he came out to promote his new film, What Now? And he came out, he was like, one thing I love to do is start cussing, because everyone's really formal at CinemaCon, and he just came out and was cursing and cracking jokes and getting the crowd really riled up. And he was promoting What Now, and he was explaining how he really wanted to create something completely different for this last tour. He wanted to combine an action movie and a concert film and combine them, and that's what he did. So they showed us a trailer for What Now, but it was hard for me to pay attention. I mean, it looked cool. Halle Berry's in it, and it looks awesome. He sold out a huge football stadium to do this show. But what he said before introducing, he goes, I want to show everyone what might be my last tour, because what else can I do after selling out a football stadium? So in a way, kind of teased his stand-up retirement. I don't want to say it's confirmed or say it's for sure happening, because he even said the word might or maybe, I'm not sure which one, but he seemed that this was it. This was the big bang to go out. So I'm excited to see this film, especially if it's going to be his last. Chris Mel D'Andre came out on stage then to talk about Illumination Entertainment. If you're not familiar with Illumination Entertainment, that is Universal's animation group. They did Despicable Me, the Minions, obviously. So they decided, the first major announcement that they had after talking about the success of Despicable Me 2 and things like that is that they are going to be playing a short film, More Minions. Mower, like a mower lawn. And it will play in front of their upcoming film, The Secret Life of Pets. And let me tell you, it was hilarious. No, got the crowd laughing. Everyone was joking. Yeah, there's a few toilet jokes in there, but even the Minions in their Three Stooges fashion just got everyone laughing and giggling. And yeah, it was really cool. And it'll be on every print of Secret Life of Pets. So once you go see that, that short will be on there. We talked a little bit about The Secret Life of Pets, and we actually saw the first 10 minutes of this movie. And, this is a movie that just the idea kind of makes people laugh. The first 10 minutes that we were shown wasn't much different from the trailer, right? Showing like a glimpse of what these animals do while they were gone, or while they're adults or they're humans were gone. So it was very much like the trailer, just a little bit longer version. Then we moved on to talk about Despicable Me 3, which will be released June 30th. 2017, and the storyline is that Gru finds out he has a twin named Drew, and they announced that this villain Drew is this good-looking, yeah, that's right, Drew will be this good-looking exact version of Gru, right? Like, he's warm, he gets along with people, he has long, blonde, flowing locks, and of course, Steve Carell will be playing both roles. Then we talked about the villain, which probably excited me more than anything, and that is this 80s character. I can't remember his name off the top of my head. Diabolical something. Or something along that line. I can't remember. But because I was so amazed watching on screen, they showed us animation tests of the character dancing. And he is an 80s child star who is stuck in the 80s. And it just looks so funny, his outfit. And he's going to be voiced by South Park's Trey Parker. And it was really interesting. He talked about how Trey Parker explained doing this because he's never been directed before. He has only had to direct himself. So it was a really interesting experience for him. But yeah, I am pumped for that. Just because I've enjoyed in the Despicable Me's, but I think that the villain's going to be awesome. Okay, what I would consider one of their major announcements was that on November 10th, 2017, 17 years after the live-action version, Illumination Entertainment will be bringing Dr. Seuss's The Grinch back to the big screen. And it's going to be an animated version, obviously. And from the test that they showed, it looks awesome. But they broke the news. Who is going to be playing The Grinch? The voice behind The Grinch will be actor Benedict Cumberbatch. And I was like, wow. And then especially after seeing the Test of the Grinch, it just matched so perfectly. It just looks like it's going to work so wonderful. So I was tweeting out a picture of Shia LaBeouf applauding because I was really excited for that. And then to close out their presentation, they showed us 20 minutes of their upcoming film, Sing. And Sing is a musical, and it has Matthew McConaughey and a bunch of actors in it. And it kind of revolves around this this show producer who puts on a talent show, and all these different people from different walks of life coming to sing and everything. And let me tell you, I was really into it. I think it was really good. That first 20 minutes, I was really hooked and really liked seeing all these different characters come and explore. And of course, they're all animals, if I didn't say that already. They're all animals. And seeing them trying to get out of their lives. For instance, there's a mom who's this pig, and there's this. I don't want to say too much, but I enjoyed it, and I'm looking forward to that film. And that's going to wrap it up for Universal's presentation. Quite interesting, though. They left out a lot. I was expecting to hear something about Jurassic World 2, but I'm sure they're saving that for next year. You know, I mean, they showed, what they showed was strong. And I really liked how they gave Illumination Entertainment enough ground to cover half of the presentation, essentially. So either way, I'm looking forward to all these films. Again, make sure to click the white eye above here to check out all the links for Disney, Paramount, and all the other films that our presentations that I've recapped. Do me a favor, slap a like on this. If you have any questions about the presentation, feel free to type down below in the comment sections and ask me. I'll do my best to answer them. Also, best way to never miss any of my CinemaCon coverage or any of my movie reviews or anything like that, make sure to hit the subscribe button right down here. Ladies and gentlemen, my name is Jake Tiranno, and please continue chasing cinema.